Hi, my name is Ian Brooks. I teach philosophy. This, 5log, is my personal YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting weekly videos about ethics. And, for the next few weeks at least, I'm going to be posting about what philosophy has to say to people living through a coronavirus crisis. In philosophy, my specialty is ethics. Ethics is the branch of philosophy that deals with questions about what does it mean to be a good person? Or how should we treat other people? Or what rights should we have? Or what counts as being good? Or what counts as being evil? These are questions in ethics. Now here's where you might want to stop me, because I know people often say to me, everybody has their own opinion about these things. You've got your opinion about right and wrong, and I've got my opinion about right and wrong. And that's a good place to start. It's a good place to start thinking about ethics because it's respectful. It's treating other people in a nice way, but it'll only get us a little bit of the way. The problem is this. I mean, okay, you can have your ethics and I can have my ethics. You can have what you think is good. I have what I think is good. But you can't have your laws and I have my laws. If we're going to live together as a society, then we have to try to agree about something. And it'd be nice if we had some way of proving to each other what was the best thing to think. But past a certain point, I'm not so much worried about proving things to you. I'm worried about proving things to myself. The person I disagree with the most, the one I'm most worried about, is me. The me who lived in the past. I know I believe today different things than I believed in the past. I know I've believed things that are wrong. I've been wrong about important things. Because I know that I've been wrong about things in the past, I want my beliefs to improve. Ethics is all about looking for good reasons to believe something about good and evil. Good reasons to change your mind about what might count as good or what might count as bad. Here's the funny thing about philosophy. We talk about arguments all the time in philosophy. And that makes it sound like we're fighting each other all the time. That makes it sound like philosophers are like those people on YouTube who always say, oh, I'm going to destroy someone with logic. Yeah, that's not how philosophy works. That's not how anything works. In philosophy, if you're doing it well, you're trying to lose an argument. Because that's the only way your beliefs about the world will ever improve, right? You're looking for evidence that the things you believe right now, things you think are important, are wrong. So if you value something dearly, if something is very, very important to you, the more important it is, the harder you will try to find evidence that what you believe is false. Because you're testing what you believe. Not out of doubting yourself, but as a way of wanting to be more sure than you were before, wanting to understand in a deeper way than you did before. That's why we study logic. Logic is artificial. Logic is unnatural. The natural thing for a person to do is to try to defend themselves. If somebody says something that goes against something you believe in, you get ready for a fight. That response, if you give into it, will stop you from ever learning much of anything. And that's the point of logic. To be able to think in a different way, of getting around that negative emotional response, to be able to think seriously about your own ideas, and to be able to challenge them. I've heard people say that philosophical discussions never go anywhere. Just people who like to hear the sound of their own voice talking, going round and round in circles. I hope that's not completely true, but I don't think that at the end of a 5-minute video, you and I are going to come to a new agreement about something big and important that people have argued about for thousands of years. But here's what I hope. I think the point of the kind of arguments we're doing isn't to change your mind all at once. It's to start a process of thinking, to understand your own ways of thinking better, and for me to understand my ways of thinking better. American philosopher Sanders Peirce thought that if philosophy had the right methods, and if we keep talking to each other, well then, over time, our beliefs are going to get closer and closer together until hopefully we start to believe the same thing. That's not going to happen in 5 minutes or 5 years. Maybe if we keep talking for 2,000 or 3,000 years, we can get our beliefs to come together. But for now, moving closer together, that's a goal. If philosophy is doing well, that's the spirit in which philosophy should be pursued. So, I want to start out by talking about things I don't know. Well, one good place to do that is talking about privilege. So next time, let's talk about privilege.